Here we go. Hey everybody, it's Brendon. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to the Growth Day Morning Show. We're going to bring you some inspiration, some life advice, some encouragement today. Hey, check this out. It's the 14th. Can you even believe how fast this month is going? I know there's a lot going on. I definitely know that. There's a lot going on. But that's why I'm bringing with me my co Kern Lima is in the house, I believe, to share with us some inspiration, some advice, some encouragement for your day. Jamie, are you in there?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, good morning, everybody. It's a great day to grow. It's a great day to be inspired. It's a great day to start anew. It's a great day to pick your inspirations for the day. It's a great day to decide to improve your life, to be a role model, to be a good mom, be a good dad, to be happy. I'm excited to be here with you all today. How you doing, everybody? How you doing, Jamie? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here. It's a growth day, a great day to be a growth day. I am just processing that it's January 14th. And right, like halfway through the month, and I know there is a lot going on, to your point, everywhere out there, and when you turn on the news and everywhere else. But when you turn on the Growth Day Morning Show, that's where we bring the joy.
Bring the joy.
Bring the connection.
It's, you know what's so funny is how many people hope that maybe one day they feel joyous and they forget, no, you get to bring joy. You all get, you get to bring joy to your children today. You get to bring joy to the world today. You get to write down what you're grateful for. You get to have reverence for life today. Yesterday, we talked about feeling the day. For those who are new, hi, everybody. I'm Brendon. That's Jamie. This is the Growth Day Morning Show. What we like to do here today is just give you a little bit of encouragement for your day, a little bit of inspiration, and hopefully take a few questions from you today as well. I can't believe we're almost halfway through the month, y'all. I cannot believe it. But Elle, I see you. Hi, Con, I see you. I saw Jenna Kutcher in there, Jamie.
Yay, Jenna. Good morning.
Hi, Jenna. Good morning. I see Suzanne. Hi, Beth. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi, everybody on Facebook. We see you all. Thank you for joining us. It's unbelievable, this community we're building with Growth Day. Just people who are dedicated to personal development. You know, this is a new brand for us, Growth Day. This morning show, Jamie and I are doing every day at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We just want to bring you some joy, some fire, some life advice in the morning so you have a great day. Every day is a great day to grow. You're going to hear me say it a bajillion times this year because I just think if there's ever been a year to dedicate to personal development and improving yourself, this is a great year to absolutely bring it. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I love seeing Jenna in there, who's a Growth Day coach.
She is. Jenna Kutcher, if you don't follow her, make sure you do the Gold Digger podcast. You got to listen to that. She's one of our favorite persons on the Growth Day platform. She goes live every month, just like Jamie and I do, teaching and training on how to improve your life. From simple things like your mindset or your habits to more thoughtful things like strategy for better health or better business or better sales. So we're kind of trying to cover all of your personal development at Growth Day. If you haven't been there, go to growthday.com and you can kind of see what we're all about. But I know Jamie had a big day. Jamie's working on a book, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm also working on a book. I think I'm working on my 7th, which is fun. But what's life-changing is Jamie's about to release her first book next year. Everyone give her a round of applause. It's going to be huge.
First ever. We're literally 5 weeks away. You know, it's been a year and a half of so much work, right? Like writing every word, doing everything. Yeah, we're 5 weeks away. And
are you scared? Is it scary being a first-time author? I know a lot of people here want to write or start a dream sometimes. It's kind of freaky. Are you scared or worried about it, or is it going good?
You know, I'm excited. I think that I believe, I believe this so strongly, Brendon. I believe every single person has a story that, once they're ready, once they have that kind of like gnawing knowing deep down inside that they're ready to share it, and that, I believe it can be of service and inspire other people and help other people feel less alone. And I believe the power of story is huge. I think, nowadays, that's where so many people also get their inspiration, right? And so for me, the scary part, if you want me to be really, really real, and anyone who is with us right now who is an author or is a budding author or who knows, like has that knowing that they're going to be or they want to be, it has been the wildest experience, you know, because for the last decade of building my company, I would say probably the last 5 years of it is when I started getting approached by lit agents. But I wanted to do it myself. I didn't want to hire a ghostwriter. I didn't want to do anything. So I said no for 5 years. And I waited until I had that knowing, like, okay, now's time, you know, now is the time for me to be all in and say, how can I serve? And how
Well, you were
I...
also busy, right? You were building. Yeah. So for those who don't know Jamie's the founder of It Cosmetics, which she built into just a global powerhouse, then sold to L'Oreal. So she built $1 billion business. And you know, what's happening a lot of times when you're successful, people want everything from you. They want write a book. They want you to be on all these other things. They want you to invest. They want you to do all these other things. And what she did smart was go, we are building this, not the time to write the book.
Yeah.
There are times to write. There are times to do, you know, new projects and side projects. And I hope everybody watching, 2021 is your year of focus.
Yeah.
Don't do too many things. Do a couple things with so much excellence that maybe you have an incredible outcome. And Jamie's focus of knowing when to take on this project was probably super prescient to her success. Because if she tried to do it and the run of the business at that particular time, it might not have had the, you know, the big success in the end. I don't know.
Yeah, and I felt like if someone else wrote it, it wouldn't be the way, you know, I wanted it to be authentic. I wanted to use everything I've gone through to share. And, you know, Brendon and a lot of authors that are commenting that I see down in here, yes to more female founders. I love this. I love reading all your comments, you guys, by the way. Thank you for sharing your mornings with us. Right?
Thank you for sharing your morning.
Together.
Yeah, tell us where you're from, by the way, because everyone knows I'm from Montana, so I geek out that often these lives and then the replays literally reach more people than the towns I grew up in Montana. So let us know where you're from in the comments because we appreciate that. But anyway, Jamie, go ahead. So you got the book.
If
it's coming out.
If you've been to a Brendon Burchard live event and you see him dancing on stage, you see the Montana, and I love it. Like, I'm so there for it. It's the best.
Well, Montanans only know the 4-step, right? It's left foot 1, 2, right foot 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we got. That's the whole deal in Montana.
Did you ever wear the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat?
Oh, totally.
Yeah?
Totally. Yes. And I look like such a punk in them. I mean, I definitely, you know, I think I earned my stripes being a Montanan, but I never learned anything about country dancing. I have to admit about that. A lot of my friends can do all that stuff. I can't do any of that. But I do dance very spontaneously and joyously at our events. You do as well. My mom comes out. I've seen you and my mom dancing backstage at my events is some of my favorite memories of this year.
It was they're so fun. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait till we're all together in person again. But it's I think also what makes us so special that we're all together now doing Growth Day Morning Show, because it's just that kind of energy and being around. I think energy is contagious, right? And I think, you know, starting our day this way and all connecting and, you know, hearing where everyone's from in the chat. Portugal, I see. New fitness routine from Brendon. So you're going to get a lot of requests. You guys, here's the deal. I told Brendon, I'm like, you're good. When we started this morning show, I said, are you cool? Like, is anything off limits? Are you okay, Brendon, if I ask you anything? Like anything. And he's like, nothing's off limits. So, you know.
Nothing's off limits.
If any of you have any hot pressing questions, DM me. I will make sure. But it's so fun. So thank you for sharing that you've worn cowboy hat and cowboy boots and do the Montana.
I look like a punk in them.
But. One thing I want to say.
Hey, 4-step. You got to give me credit. 2-step's easy. I do 4. I do 4 moves. This is no joke, you know.
All right.
Anyway, back to your book. Tell us about what's going on with your book. It's exciting. I know a lot of people want to.
You just brought something up when you're talking about focus, right? And it just reminded me of something that I remember when I knew, because we all kind of know when it's time, right? Where we need to share our story. And, we had built to over 1,000 employees at Cosmetics. We were launching in new countries. And I just got this knowing that it's time to serve in a whole different way. And I just want to share that because it's hard, right? The company had finally gotten really successful after a lot of years of really hard work. And but sometimes knowing when to let go of a dream is also as important as knowing when to go after
Yes,
one.
for real.
And I think for everyone right now, like, not to get off topic, because I want to show you something special that just came in this week for the book. But, you know, I just think that everyone right now is coming out of a year 2020 packed with uncertainty, starting 2021 off, you know, amazing things happening like Growth Day, like a community being built to uplift everybody. But it's also this season where I think a lot of people are going, okay, you know, I want to be intentional now. I want to get out
Yes.
of that space of just coping and just, you know, being overwhelmed with uncertainty. And I want to be intentional and be focused as I go into 2021. And I just want to share that thought with everyone, because it's actually something I wrote about in the book, which is that we always hear, oh, don't quit, don't give up. We always hear those things. But I think the victory isn't not giving up. I think the victory is tuning in, knowing to your knowing, and knowing, am I on the right track? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Or do I give up on this dream and actually go after a new one? And to me, that
Yes.
knowing of when to give up on a dream and when to go after a new one is actually the victory. The knowing is the victory, not the, oh, I never gave up or whatever, because that might not be the victory if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, right?
You
So
have to listen to that authentic voice inside that sometimes is scary because it's asking and pleading for a change of direction or for more meaning or fulfillment. And the other things in your life are actually good. And it's asking you to make this really scary decision of try these new things, go here because our heart is compelled there. But we also sometimes have to release good things to have more great connection to the things that matter to us most. And so for I know a lot of friends here, you're watching here and you're new, maybe you're new to the Growth Day community, but if you're just joining us, and we call this Growth Day. Jamie and I are doing this Growth Day morning show. My brand's called Growth Day. You can go to growthday.com. Jamie and I teach live from entrepreneurial perspectives, personal growth perspectives, but so many people in this new community, Growth Day, they're in transition. This is the number one thing I'm seeing over the last 2 years is people are in major transition. Not just transition, okay, the kids are at home now, or transition now, I have to work from home. They're transition of, what do I want life to be about? Because it's different now. And these decisions are so huge. I hope you all will be with us for the whole year because we want to help you make better decisions. We want to help you feel better about the day. We want to help you get, you know, your balance back. But most importantly, we want you to track to what your heart and your soul and your purpose is. And it's different for Jamie than it is for me, than it is for you, than it is for others. But think about that. Like you're homing in this, you're tracking back to truth, to authenticity, to soul, to spirit, and have that intention. I'm going to track back to what's highest and most true for myself. I'm going to track back to what brings me to life. I'm going to track back to being more of who I am, because I believe that sense of personal freedom we all want, that we know we're being spontaneous, but also true to what we want our destiny to be about, is so hugely important. So we'll be here with you all year long, but I know you had to make that decision. So you say, okay, I feel like knowing right now the book is the right time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it. Like what's happening? I know you have something to show people today.
Yeah. Well, and also, Brendon, you just reminded me of something. One of the Growth Day coaches, Mel Robbins,
Yes,
I
she's
just
so
saw
good.
her post where she said something. I'm going to paraphrase this. She was way more articulate than I'm going to be. I'm going to keep drinking my coffee in my Growth Day mug, and by the end, I will be so articulate. But
I forgot my mug. Oh, I was supposed to bring my mug today.
Your Growth Day mug. Then we've got to do some like Growth Day mug giveaways at some point. That'll be fun.
Yes, we do.
But she was saying that so many people are worried about finding themselves and finding their purpose and all that, when really the real journey is like finding your way back to you, you know? Finding your way back to you. And she said it so powerfully. And I just saw it on my Instagram somewhere. And I was like, oh, that's so good, Mel. Which, by the way, not to sidetrack, I'm so in love with Mel Robbins. And she is so powerful. And to have her as a Growth Day coach, like,
we're
I'm so excited about that.
We're so lucky. If you guys are wondering what Jamie's referencing here, I'll post a link on Instagram or on Facebook. You can go to growthday.com and kind of what we've done is we've reached out to our network of friends in the personal development and the thought leadership space to come and say, hey, would you go live every month and train our Growth Day community on how to improve their lives? Like kind of like tactical, very practical advice, not just, you know, conversation. So they're not interviews. It's, you know, because you can go listen to the podcast for that. It's more of like, we're going to help you architect the ideal life that you want, not that we decide, but helping you make those decisions. And so I brought in, we've got Mel Robbins and Jenna and David Bach as your personal finance person. We've got people who are focused on entrepreneurship, people who are focused on personal development in terms of wellness or mind, body, spirit. It's epic. And it's literally, y'all, less than $1 a day. You get people who tend to charge $50,000 or $100,000 an hour in keynotes. They're there for you for an hour. They teach usually for 30 minutes, and then they take 30 minutes of questions from the audiences. So this is what we call Growth Day. The community is unbelievable. It's thousands, over 10,000 achievers from around the world have already joined. And it's just like, if you really want to take life to another level, just go to growthday.com. I'm so passionate about it. But anyway, you're mentioning Mel. Mel came on. We were all like, yay, because we love her so much.
And
every coach is amazing.
I've never seen this be done before. You're doing something no one's ever done before, which
totally new.
I was talking yesterday about the changes in our like cultural just habits with things like Starbucks and different things. And I think I never finished my thought, but I really think Growth Day is going to shift culture in a big way in terms of just access to the community and inspiration, and for you to bring so many different voices that on their own, like you said, because I get these emails, I see these things. You literally get offers all the time for keynote speeches for $75,000, $100,000 for an hour. They're coming in and they're pouring their hearts into the community and Growth Day, and I'm just so excited because you know me, Brendon. I'm not just a teacher. I am a student. I am a lifetime
Ditto
student, right? Yeah, you are too. And I feel like that's
why we did it. We were like, let's bring together the world's. I keep explaining to people, it's kind of like what Masterclass did for online courses. Mm-hmm. Growth Day is doing for personal development, but live. And so going live with the world's best teachers in health, wellness, real thought leaders in psychology, personal development, spirituality, people who really understand that we're all here just trying to grow. Like our fundamental message is you have to prioritize your growth. You have to prioritize your mindset, your habits, your relationships, your health, because when you get those things in order, then that's where the finances come from. That's where the connection to life feels from. That's where the good marriages come from. That's where the repair and relate. Like we all know, like when we repair ourselves, now we can repair relationships. When we improve ourselves, now our team improves. When we like change our attitude, now the way we literally see the world changes. Yeah. But you don't get to do that on New Year's and then you're done. It's like, so we called it, when we thought about it, we called it Growth Day. Like I also own like growth.com and other things. We said, no, it has to have the word day on it. Mm-hmm. So people know it is a daily setting of intention, a daily trying to be a role model, a daily, I want to inspire my family, a daily, I want to lead my team well because they're counting on me. It's like personal development is a daily game. And when people go, oh, I got that's how everyone changes their life. Because I don't know about you, but when I wanted to change my life, it was buying a bunch of books and you just dork out on it. You just get obsessed. You listen to every podcast, you read everything, you're online. When people really dedicate personal development, it becomes a daily thing. Mm-hmm. And then their life is like exponential growth. And so that's how we came up with the title Growth Day. And y'all were asking me yesterday, how'd you come up with Growth Day? I'm like, well, obviously the outcome is growth so we can feel more aliveness and connection and meaning in our life, but we got to do it every day. So anyway, you're helping people grow this year. I'm going to cut to the chase because I also want you to, I want to make sure that, because guys, we're only here 30 minutes every day for you. Inspiration, encouragement, some life advice. And so I want to give you the chance too, because you got something cool yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Please show it. It's a big deal.
So, and this is the thing, you guys, Brendon was saying, let's just share how we're building Growth Day all together, the behind the scenes, the real stuff. One of your most famous quotes that I love and have written down is, no matter how small you start something that matters. And I think
Yes.
what's fun is, I believe we're starting something that matters. You're definitely with Growth Day, and everyone who's live with us now and watching the replays is watching this along with us. And we're going to share the behind the scenes of everything going on in our life too, right? So anyone that is even thinking about writing a book or wants to be an author, or I'm going to share it all and the process and all of that. And someone wrote, your hair looks good today. It will not most days. Thank you. We're going to show up real. Like,
no one's ever said that to me my entire life,
what?
by the way.
Your hair
No,
looks
no one
great,
ever.
Brendon.
No, people don't comment on it.
But
ever.
some days it'll be no makeup,
Ever.
sweats, whatever. But today, because of the book, it's an all-day filming day for press, which this will be, it'll be fun to share with you guys, because so many of you I know are writing books or have written books. And but yeah, it's a big week because the real cover came in. So here's the real behind the scenes, okay? It's not the real book yet. And I needed to find a book that's the same size as the cover. So I ended up finding our friend Jay Shetty's book. And I took the cover off, wrapped it so I could see, okay, what does my cover really look like on a book? But the actual cover came in. And I want to share a story around this, because you see how it's a little glossy? That is not what I actually wanted, right? So for a year and a half of writing the book, I thought, oh no, I'm going to do that rubberized coating that's like, feels nice. And, but we got the options in. And here's a true story, okay? Earlier, a little while back, I guess it's been a year and a half process, I was visiting Brendon and Denise, his wife Denise, in Puerto Rico. And I had these like—
oh yeah, that's Puerto Rico back there, y'all. See how pretty
Puerto
it is?
Rico. Okay,
on
first
Instagram,
of all,
you can see
there's
Puerto
the
Rico.
ocean.
Yeah,
There's
that's Puerto
palm
Rico.
trees.
Everyone always says, where you at, Brendon? I'm like, that's Puerto Rico. It's so gorgeous here.
Puerto
Gorgeous,
Rico.
gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway, yes, Jamie. So you came
I
to Puerto
was right
Rico.
down there visiting you and Denise, and it was really fun. And I'm missing all my friends. I cannot wait to be able to do that again. And I had the rubber coating one that's like a clear rubber coating, and then there was this one. And you guys, I kept feeling there was something that was happening where every time I looked at the rubber coating that I was set on, I was like, why does it feels like a barrier between like me looking at the cover and connecting with
You were obsessed about this.
Because I had my heart set, right? I thought I had a vision, and I'm like, but there's this clear coating that's this barrier. I didn't want this one, but there's no barrier, right? And Denise, your wife, said something. And so I was like, okay, let me just not give my opinion. Let me just ask Denise without sharing. And she looked at the two of them and she said the exact same thing. Even though normally to the naked eye, it would look like they're the same, the one had this barrier, this film, and this one didn't. And when she saw it, she said, heart open. She's like, your heart's open. I connect. I feel it. And by the way, this picture, so typically publishers will want you to do a staged photo where you do a photo shoot for the cover. And this was off the cuff photo taken at Brendon's event where I was talking live and connecting with thousands of you live. And we were like laughing and crying together. And Maggie Kirkland took this picture so it was a real moment. And this book is the first time in my life, like 95% of believe it, I've never shared these stories, and it's all the real story behind the story. So when Denise, your wife, said heart open, I'm like, we're going with the glossy because that's what it's all about.
The shine, like your smile, the shine like your face.
Well, and here's what I thought of.
It's funny, it's different. It's the same picture, but it felt different, y'all, because she brought them. She literally laid them out on the table, and this is after. So I got to tell them the story. Jamie was so obsessed about this, y'all. I hope you don't mind me saying your Jamie.
You can share anything.
She was so obsessed about the difference between whether or not it had the glossy or the not glossy.
Yeah.
We spent like 30 minutes talking about it. Finally, I said, enough of this. I grabbed my phone and I just started taking pictures of both in different lighting so we could see what it would look like on social media. And then she still can. Okay, enough of that. So then I grabbed both covers and I held my phone. I turned in a full 360 circle to get all the different light angles on each different one. And then we sat there and watched each different video to see which one plays better on social media, because all books are promoted on social media now. That is how obsessed she was. I'm not even telling you. And then when I thought I had an opinion, she still wasn't it. But I will share. Once Denise said, heart open, this one, decision was like instantaneous, which is, I just want to let you know, that is my life. I make many suggestions to many of my friends, to which no one listens. But if Denise says it, oh, bam,
bam.
words about her, bam.
I knew it. And I just want to tie one thing into this, okay? Because what I realized when this came in the mail this week is the other one had that barrier of disconnection. And maybe we talk about this tomorrow, but yesterday when we talked about feelings goals and all of that, and I was super honest about, oh my gosh, so many days I don't even feel the day. I'm just in survival mode and then on my phone and then text, and right? And I realized I was able to see this in a book. I was able to see that barrier of disconnection, and I wasn't connecting. But I actually some days live my life that way, where there's this barrier, right? And I think I was thinking about this. I'll ask you about this tomorrow, because I know so many of you guys, oh my gosh, so many of you guys reposted what Brendon was talking about yesterday about not just having success goals or outward goals, but internal goals for 2021, like feelings goals, right? Which I'd never heard that phrase before, feelings goals. And I feel like, Brendon, I'll hold this for tomorrow, but I feel like 2020, so many of us have put up this, we've been in the mode of coping. We've been in the mode of uncertainty. We've been in the mode of survival, and we put this barrier around us that actually, just like that film on my book cover, when I was like, why am I not connecting? It's like, how can we feel the day and feel alive and hear our calling and hear our voice when also we have this sort of like clear coding barrier around us that's preventing us from connection and learning how to use Denise's words, heart open. That is a feelings goal for 2021. Yes. Heart open, because that's how we see each other. That's how we connect with each other. That's how we feel the day. Anyhow, all that through a book cover for Believe It, which is launching in 5 weeks. So I'm freaking out. But I just had that big realization, because I was struggling, as you said, for 30 minutes going, I had my heart set on this one for a year and a half. And now that I have it in front of me, it doesn't feel right. And I couldn't pinpoint it until Denise said that clear coding is a barrier. It's not heart open. I was like, Anyhow, that's my whole thing. Heart open 2021.
Heart open 2021. And I'll also share insight to you all. I know a lot of you have followed me for years or been to our events or some things like that. And that picture on the cover again, you got to show the cover again. Yeah. So this picture, first, we began this conversation, glossy or matte, begins with, she is so alive in that picture because she was, I think we had 2,000 people to influence her, one of my events. Yeah. And it was the first time she had really shared her story in like a long format. I'm not saying the first time she told her story, because she's been on QVC for, 1,000 times. It was, she finally was sharing the story openly and sharing things she hadn't told before, speaking for a full hour keynote. It was a different animal when you do that in front of 2,000 people. And she was, that moment of that picture, why it's so good is Maggie Kirkland, one of the best photographers actually the best photographer who's ever worked in my business and for me, period. Yeah. But she captured the moment, but the moment itself was Jamie was in her heart of service, and she was having fun expressing herself. She was having fun expressing herself to hopefully help people. And I just feel like if you can learn to open up in the first place and just express yourself, just tell your story. Listen, more people need to know, what do you really think and feel and need in life? Because the more you express the truth of your thoughts and feelings and emotions and needs and goals and dreams with people, the more your body and your brain, your soul goes, you know what? I am being congruent with who I am. I am standing up for myself when I speak my truth. When I swallow my truth, when I don't speak my truth, my body, my spirit knows I'm not being congruent. Because speaking, expression, think about this, your expression is the highway of congruency. Right? You can think it, but if you aren't about it, your body and your brain knows it. If you have a feeling, an intuition, a dream, and you never express it or never seek for it, your body, your mind, your spirit shuts down. The opposite happens when you're in that moment of expression. That's where that picture came from, where her heart is open and she's alive and vibrant. The joy is on her face. It's because she was expressing her truth and serving. Mm-hmm. She got beyond ego on stage. A lot of people on stage on ego, they're like, aha, and they're, they're trying to be like this. And you're like, what's up, dude? She's like having fun. She got beyond ego, stepped into the spirit of service. And when you step into the spirit of service, that's your best photo. That is your best moment. That's the beauty of life. And we're trying to give you more of those beautiful moments of life, y'all, but with this morning show. Again, I'm Brendon Burchard. This is your first chance with me. That's Jamie Kern Lima. This is the Growth Day Morning Show. We are here every day, weekday, at 7:30 a.m. Pacific on Facebook in our Growth Day Facebook group. So if you're not part of the Growth Day Facebook group, get there. And we'll also simultaneously broadcast right here on Instagram Live. So please join us tomorrow. It's Friday. We'll be back 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's put this kind of energy into your day every day. If you love this, tell people about it. If you loved it, share it. I'll have it on IGTV. If you loved it, go on our Facebook group. If you want to watch the last 3 days of the morning show, you found some inspiration today, go in the Growth Day Facebook group, and you can watch the replays there too. So with that, what an awesome energy today. Congratulations on your book cover. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. All I'm so excited.
Okay, everybody. That's Jamie Kern Lima. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. And please know that every day can be one. Every day is a good day to bring the joy. Every day is a good day to grow. We're the Growth Day Morning Show. Jamie Kern Lima, Brendon Burchard. We're out. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great day.